Phil for a minute. Al said that we sounded good. That'll probably change when Brian gets here because he's he's on a completely different setup than before. And yeah. I wonder if I'll be able to do this. I'm still doubting my ability to do a story circle while showing the story circle on screen.
We are about to find out.
Yeah, we are.
Well, it either works or it burns in a giant blaze of glory.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Glory, not gasoline.
Not a giant bonfire that we just go, hell, that was fun.
Okay. Am I seated properly? Good. All right, here we go. Ow, jam. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mana Pool. This is episode 640 of the Mana Pool. We are now officially 10 Nintendo 64s.
Awesome.
And since one Nintendo 64 is pretty awesome, 10 seems honestly a bit excessive. I guess technically we could play 40-person Smash Brothers.
Ooh.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah.
I don't have a main. Like, people that have mains in Smash Brothers, I'm like, the whole point is there's a bajillion people. Why would you ever... I mean, like, I have my favorites, like Link forever, but, I can't do more one character for more than, like, 3 matches in a row. That gets boring.
Yeah. Yeah, when people, like when I would, back in the day when I would tell people I play Overwatch, like, oh, who do you main? I'm like, I play a lot of Junkrat? Does that count? Anyway, so.
Say Hanzo every time and see what they say.
I mean, back then that would have gotten me a look, yeah.
Yeah. See, I have never played a single game or second of Overwatch, and even I have heard the phrase Hanzo main in a disdainful way.
Yeah.
Like, bleh. Uncultured swine.
So, yes, hello, I am Chewy, the lead dork, and I got these other dorks here, too. Hi, dorks.
Hi. I'm Brian. I'm the not the greenest man alive. I was legit about to say that, and I'm not sure why. I'm really not. I'm not even close. I'm the lead rambler and tangent master of the group. And I am not the greenest man alive. Even at Christmas.
Really?
I'm Mike. I'm the rules guy and the game lore guy. And I know there have been times in the past when we've been introducing ourselves where I almost started saying that I was the greenest man alive and moral compass of the group, but that's not accurate either.
It's really not.
No. Well, I'm Dirk, and am the self-proclaimed greenest man alive and moral compass of the group. So I don't know what these guys are talking about.
Huh.
I mean, we know we're wrong to say that about ourselves.
Yeah. There's no debate there.
That's true.
I have no idea why that was even the first thing that popped into my mind.
Oh,
It's
because
a crisis
because
of
of the
identity.
student that Dirk told us about earlier, who didn't know that Dirk was actually that Dirk, which I find hilarious.
I
That
know.
was pretty good.
And yes, mystery student, he told us about you. Don't worry, I wouldn't have recognized him either. Wait. Anyway, so this week we have something a little different, a little special to do. Not really special, but we actually got 2 emails, which we don't get anymore. And we got 2 from different people.
Yeah,
What?
and neither one was related to us.
Yeah! Wait. So we got an email from Andrew, who said, "Hi dorks, I enjoyed your latest episode, The Mythic Inscription for Torment. Torment was the first new set that came out after I started playing Magic, so it was fun to remember the weird cards from when creatures were bad and rares were bad."
Yeah, that's kind of was the running theme for that episode.
You guys were talking about Radiate, and it reminded me of the absolute best Radiate target, the ice half of Fire and Ice. I'm going to quietly disagree with that as the best, but, you know. Huh? He said, if you use it at the end of the opponent's turn right before yours, you tap all permanents and draw a card for every permanent in play. Usually that's like 40 to 60 cards in a multiplayer game. Very easy to deck yourself if you're not careful. I actually pulled this off unintentionally in a plane chase EDH game probably 8-ish years ago. There's a plane that does the same thing as Radiate, Glimmervoid Basin, and thank goodness that he named the plane because I would have taken forever to try to find it. And I ended up drawing a ton of cards, luckily including my Reliquary Tower. Oh, one of the most epic plays I can remember. Oh, that is nice.
I mean, yeah, that is pretty awesome. Although I do think Glimmervoid Basin is probably going to do it without costing 5 mana. So that was, again, none of us said, like, oh, we don't like Radiate. We were just like, whoo, 5 mana.
Have you
well,
seen...
I don't know. I mean, 7 to tap everything and draw 40 cards. That I like the rate on that.
I don't know. I think it was 50 cards for 7 mana.
Have you seen the meme of the dude holding like the giant fistful of Uno cards?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was Andrew. But he goes on to say there are probably some other good Radiate targets, like Aquatex Will to draw a ton and color screw your opponents. Oh, that's just nasty. Cling to Dusk seems pretty sweet with the Glimmervoid Basin version of the copy ability. I don't know what Cling to Dusk is. Dust.
Cling to Dusk is something else.
That doesn't sound familiar. I know I read this email. Why am I not remembering this?
I mean, why would you? Cling to Dust. Exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, you gain 3 life. Otherwise, you draw a card.
Oh, cool.
And the escape is 3 and a black. Exile 5 other cards from your graveyard. Oh. Oh, no. 3 and a black and exile 5 other cards from your graveyard to escape. What's going on? Multiple people are reading. No, Piccolo's gifting subs.
Wow.
Nice. He dropped 5. 1 for Donovan Bane, Razorback, Stark, Schmuck of all trades, and MTG Dad. Nice. Well, thank you. And welcome to all of you people who are now subbed. You can use the bad at this game. What's the word I'm looking for?
Emoji?
Emote. Also the bonk emote and the various Chewy emotes. Yay. And then Mike resubbed too, because we don't have enough audio interference here. Mike will just do that now. There it is. And then... what did I just... oh, oops. I closed the wrong thing. So wait, does Radiate work with Cling to Dusk? Dust?
Let me read Radiate again.
Choose target instant or sorcery that targets only a single permanent or player. So no, it doesn't.
Oh, no, yeah, that wouldn't work.
Yeah, because cards in graveyard sadly aren't permanents or player. But if it just said target, then yeah, that would be gross. Wow, that would be really gross. You gain a bunch of life, draw a bunch of cards, completely empty everyone's graveyard, and then giggle. Wait, I heard a different sound. What was that other sound? Oh, and Piccolo dropped 1,000 bits. It says, Merry Christmas. Well, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to all of you people out there that do the Christmas thing. And happy late Hanukkah to anyone who does the Hanukkah thing. And I guess starting tomorrow, happy Saturnalia? Yes, it starts tomorrow. Shut up. I may have looked this up earlier today for no real reason.
I was wondering, like, I didn't know you were a practitioner of
Saturn.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's say.
I assumed it was on the 21st, but
Apparently, it starts on the 17th, and they at some point it's an ancient Roman holiday, and at some point they added festivities up until the 23rd.
Oh, okay. So are
Yeah.
you now self-identifying as an ancient Roman?
Maybe, but like it's
that's hot.
a holiday devoted to, believe it or not, Saturn. But I don't know anything about Saturn, but I know about the Greek equivalent, who's Kronos, who's the one that ate his children. So, like, wait, was that
This
Kronos?
behavior we want to emulate. So, yeah, Kronos was the one that ate his kids until his wife was like, "Sure, this is your kid," and he's like, "Tastes like stone." She's like, "You said that about the last three," and he's like, "Yeah."
These kids today.
so it says celebrations include feasting, role reversals, gift giving, and gambling.
Huh.
Stopped listening after role reversal, but you know.
Wow, I almost said something that should not be said on this particular show.
Not on this show.
So I'll
but,
type it in the chat.
For premium access later, the after
There we
hours
go.
kind of thing.
Anyway, so, right. Wait, there's more to this email. Okay, he ended with, oh, Cling to Dust seems pretty sweet with the Glimmervoid Basin version. Oh, wait.
Oh, that must
I bet that doesn't say target.
expand it to everything.
Yeah, it just says a single target.
Okay.
That player copies that spell for each other spell, permanent, card not on the battlefield, and or player the spell could target. Okay, yep, there we go.
Figured it out.
Okay, anyway, there's one more line, and it says, do you guys have any Story Circle episodes playing soon? Those are some of my favorite episodes. Either way, I'm looking forward to the next episode, whether Magic or just chatting. Go play some Magic. Andrew. Aw. Look, listener mail. Wow. It's been 84 years.
Yeah, usually when we get email to the account, it's usually like just trash.
Yeah, there's mostly spam.
Mm-hmm.
So, Andrew, just for you, we're going to do at least one Story Circle. We're probably going to do a couple, but then Kamigawa stuff dropped, and we should probably talk about that since I don't know if we're going to get another episode in this year. By the way, no episode next week because Christmas. Because we'll be recording on the 23rd, which is right before Christmas Eve, and ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
But it's possible we'll get one in on the 30th the following week, or it's possible we won't. We don't know yet. We'll see where everyone is at that point. Because that's New Year's Eve.
Mm.
And I don't know if anyone has anything going on or if anybody is traveling. We haven't talked about it, and now's not the time. So, let's do a Story Circle. Now, chat, I went through all of the, roughly, multicolored legendary creatures in Standard. And I have 7 that I opened in tabs that I think might work. So, I did find an 8-sided die. Should I just roll it?
Yeah, go for it.
Roll it.
Okay, we'll ignore 8 because I only have 7.
Like a Polaroid picture.
So
8
8
means roll again.
Yeah, 8 is do it again, you idiot. And we're rolling, and it's an 8. Are you? All right, let's try. Shut up.
Of course. I mean, if there was a 1 out of 8 chance it was going to happen, it's not like it's that unlikely.
It's just the.
All right, I'm calling the next one's gonna be an 8 also.
You go to hell, Dirk. Okay. Let me not not bounce it off of the napkins there. Okay, here we go. Rolling. Oh, okay. I caught it. It was going to bounce off in the floor. Rolling. It's a 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh.
Okay.
Huh. Okay. This one, I don't actually know if this one is all that good for a story circle. So
I thought you said you found ones that would work.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
okay,
You know,
so
sometimes.
hang on. I have Okay, a quick aside on why Brian wants to do a story circle like every other episode. When I'm like, all right, what are we going to do this week? Brian's like, we can do story circles. And I go, and there are 2 reasons for that. One is my knowledge of Magic cards has completely gone. Just gone. And so like I because I haven't, played Magic in, oh God, has it been 2 years now?
Year and a half.
Yeah.
That was infrequently.
Yeah, but also given my recent, change in opinion, in the last 2 years, change in opinion towards Wizards of the Coast and towards Magic in general, I've lost all interest. So in like paying really close attention, so I don't remember card names, and I'm starting to lose the card names that I already know. And I had a story about this in the odds and ends, but anyway, so I rely entirely on gatherer searches to do story circle, which leads me to my other problem is I have to do gatherer searches, or in my tonight Scryfall searches, in a window over here, while that's still showing you the cards these other dorks are talking about over here where you can see it. And it's just one more thing than my brain can handle easily. So, yeah. But anyway, here we go. This is what I found. Carder Doom Scourge.
Okay.
Let me drop a link in here for you guys. Oh, there's dogs. What is this? Saturn devouring his child. Damn it, Mike.
I found that a while ago, and I hadn't had an opportunity to share it with anyone yet.
You found the perfect one. You're welcome. It's a picture of a corgi biting another corgi's head, I think, is what those are.
Yeah.
And
those are corgis.
it's absolutely adorable, and I might die. But anyway, so yeah, Carder Doom Scourge for 2, a black and a red is a 4/3 legendary demon berserker, who's an uncommon, oddly enough, from Kaldheim. It says it on the screen, but it took me a minute to remember what that was. When Carder Doomscourge enters the battlefield, until your next turn, creatures your opponents control attack each combat if able, and attack a player other than you if able. And whenever an attacking creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. Yeah.
Hey. Yeah.
So I read the final part there, and I went, oh, I could have fun with that. And so that's why it got added to the list. I think some of these others were better, but, whatever. Let's just get to it. So who wants to go? You know what? I'm going to go first, because I had one pop into my head while I was reading the card.
Okay. All right.
And it's Cat Blitz.
Okay.
X red for a sorcery that says put X 1/1 red cat creature tokens will create X 1/1 red elemental cat creature tokens with haste, and you exile them at the beginning of the next end step. But that gives you lots of attacking creatures that either do damage or get blocked and die and cause damage. Because Carter. Because it says whenever an attacking creature dies, it doesn't care whose attacking creature it is.
Correct. That's great.
So yeah, that popped into my head while I was reading Carter. So I had to.
So Cat Blitz.
Yeah.
All right. I kind of went in a similar vein here. So for my first submission, I'm saying no mercy. No mercy is an enchantment, and it costs 2 and 2 black, and it just says whenever a creature deals damage to you, damage, straight up damage, destroy it. The creature that dealt damage to you. So if, they tap a prodigal pyromancer to deal damage to you, it's destroyed. But more than that, like if a creature attacks you and it deals damage
Ooh.
to you, it's destroyed. It is still, Mike, technically an attacking creature, is it not?
Uh, yeah, until the combat phase ends. Yes.
There you go. So I realized the first ability, that the enters the battlefield ability of Cardur, says you're not going to get attacked until your next turn, but I'm assuming that we're in red and black. We might have ways to blink him, but that effect will not always be on. So, okay, if you want to attack me, you need to attack me with quite a bit because you're going to lose everything that's coming at me. And when each thing dies, I'm going to drain a life from each of you. So, yeah. And just in general, even without Cardur out, no mercy is just a great deterrent. Don't attack me, attack Mike. He will give you mercy. I will not. I will though say that I feel like playing against Dirk. Dirk just has no mercy all the time. He just literally has no mercy. He doesn't need the enchantment. He just doesn't have any. So maybe don't attack Dirk.
Maybe.
Maybe. The moral of the story is attack Mike.
I like this story. I mean, what?
So no mercy.
I like it.
Who's next?
Chewy's mention of Fire Cat Blitz made me think of something else with a similar effect. I think it's a really cool card, so I'm going to put it out there just to remind people about it. Tilanali's Summoner.
I'm gonna need you to spell that.
What is that?
Tilonalli. Tilanali's Summoner. It's from Rivals of Ixalan.
Huh. Okay.
For 1 and a red, a human shaman with the Ascend ability, meaning like if you control 10 or more permanents, you get the city's blessing.
Oh.
So for 1 and a red, it's a rare human shaman. It's a 1/1. And the ability is whenever this attacks, you can pay X in a red. If you do, create X 1/1 red elemental creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. At the beginning of the next end step, exile those tokens unless you have the city's blessing.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's a cool card.
Sorry, I looked over at chat and saw in all caps, and the man in the back said, "Everyone attack!" and it turned into a Fire Cat Blitz, and that's what that ha was in the middle of you reading the card. It was involuntary. That was Stark, because of course it was. No one remembers Ballroom Blitz, Stark. Thank you. All right, Derek, what you got?
Trying to remember what the name of it is. It's a black card that when a creature dies, everyone loses a life, I believe. I want to say it's got a pit in the art. Like there's a pit fighter. Like it's a black card. There's a pit. Like creatures are fighting in a pit or like an arena in it. When a creature dies.
When a creature does.
Everyone. Do what?
Nothing. I'm just picking on your typo.
Yeah, I know.
When a creature does what? Mm-hmm.
It knows what it does.
Let's see. How
Like,
would you-
I've got the picture of it in my head, but found
So
zero
the
search.
cool thing about Scryfall is it has a or at least I'm using Scryfall because I couldn't get Gatherer to freaking work with me.
Hmm.
Hey guys, how do you... I know you can do like a tag search. Is it Lore Finder? Maybe? Alright, whenever a creature dies. Right? It would be whenever a creature dies, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not
I'm
seeing.
not sure what card he's
I'm wondering
referring
if it's
to.
like Phyrexian Arena.
Yeah, I think you're mashing up different memories together.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm really bad at this game.
Oh,
right now,
is it Sadistic Glee?
Let me see what you got.
Because Sadistic Glee has Gerard and frickin' what's his name?
Graven.
Yeah, fighting, and it involves creatures dying.
Isn't that an aura?
Yeah, but
Yeah. Hmm. And it puts a +1/+1 counter on the enchanted creature.
Flavor text says something about first blood being less important than last blood.
yeah, First Blood isn't
Sounds-
as important as Last Blood.
My powers are coming back to me. I'm remembering. Useless trivia, yes.
So I'm guessing that's not it.
I'm gonna go with Phyrexian Arena for mine. Because
Oh,
that at least
okay.
plays a little bit into it. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you you draw a card and you lose 1 life.
So, I mean, it's
I mean,
card
it
draw.
kind of is that, but it's not the card I'm thinking of.
Did
But
you...
it does play into the, whenever a attacking creature dies, each opponent lose 1 life and you gain a life. Well, the gaining life, you can draw an extra card. As part of you're gaining life when their creatures die, you can use that life to then draw extra cards.
Yeah. I mean, it fits. I was just wondering, like, did you look at Sadistic Glee? Is that the card you were thinking of?
Yeah, I looked at it.
Okay,
It's
so
not
that's
it.
not it. Balls. So I typed in whenever a creature dies, and I'm not finding
I want to say it's from Torment.
anything.
It's one of the old. It's one of the sets that is that the block that we were talking about recently.
Odyssey?
Yeah, I want to say it's from Odyssey block and all that.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Like my recollection is there's 2 people, like the card has the art that in the background there's people fighting in an arena, and there's 2 people sitting at a table in the forefront. It's a black card, and it's like they're betting money, and the 2 guys in front are betting money.
Oh,
I see this
Oh.
art, but it is a totally
Oh.
different card.
no, that's a red rare. That's
Yeah.
Risky Gambit?
I think that is risky.
Risky move? Risky something.
Yeah, it's not Risky Gamut. That's not a card. Yeah, Risky Move.
Risky
But
move.
that's not it.
Yeah. No.
But is the picture what he was thinking of?
I don't know. Is that the picture you were thinking of, Dirk?
I maybe a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I am getting it confused.
Okay, because that's literally a coliseum of people, and there's 2 people at the forefront betting.
I mean, it's exactly what I was describing. You're right.
So, man, I'm happy to do this as long as you want, but it's still the first round of picks.
Oh,
So-
right. Yeah, we got more. Okay. I've got another one.
Okay, what's yours?
It's another new card. Olivia Crimson Bride.
Ooh.
Yeah. For 4, a red and a black, she's a 3/4 vampire noble with flying and haste. And whenever Olivia Crimson Bride attacks, you return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, tapped and attacking. And it gains, when you don't control a legendary vampire, exile this creature. But the point is, it's more things attacking more times.
It is. And if it dies before it would be exiled, it just goes back to the graveyard, and if that's in the middle of combat, that triggers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's neat, and props on Chewy for using a new card. My next card, kind of like No Mercy, is old. Like, not,
wait.
not
What?
Al said in the chat, this is like a Sam art quiz that no one knows the answer to, even the describer.
oh, we haven't done Sam quizzes in a long time, but she's like 11 now, so
Oh,
I
God.
don't. Maybe they'll still be funny, but
I think I just aged like
So
40
now when we
years.
get a dodgy description, we know it's because she's just messing with us.
yeah, which I wouldn't put past her, like at all. My next one, continuing with the theme of like don't attack me or things getting attacked, maybe having, you know, basically caltrops.
I thought about Caltrop.
Caltrops. Caltrops is I had it open and I changed it for risky business. I mean risky move. Sorry. I think somebody else in chat mentioned risky business. Caltrops. How much does Caltrops cost?
3.
3.
3? Yeah, that's pretty nice. Yeah, so for 3 mana, it's an artifact. Whenever a creature attacks, Caltrops deals 1 damage to it. So, again, now maybe, unless you're looking to finish somebody off with triggers from your commander, maybe don't play the Caltrops before your Fire Cat Blitz, because um, this, in the style of older cards, this is a super symmetrical effects. Does not say creatures you don't control. So if your creature attacks, it's being dealt a damage. But aside from like Fire Cat Blitz, you put this down and then later you play your commander, everything's got to attack, and that means a whole lot of utility creatures might be dying. So make sure to tap your Llanowar Elves in your first main phase, folks.
Fair
Also,
enough.
in general, our commander's not like super expensive. He costs what, 6? But still, I'm kind of thinking with this deck
No, he costs
maybe
4.
costs 4. Ooh, okay. But I'm thinking, we can use part of the strategy here can be to like take your time to set up. We've got some card draw with Phyrexian Arena. We've got some kind of decent effects here. So if we play a little defensively early on, then that, we can put ourselves in a position later where we can either force attacks or otherwise find ways, like with Olivia, to get through anyway. Oh, well, if you're not going to attack, then I'm just going to kill you the old-fashioned way. But so the defensive stuff here with no mercy, caltrops, etc., does a double purpose, a dual purpose, if you will. Yeah.
Whoa.
All right, Mike.
All right. I'll take it back a little bit too. Just keep people attacking because Carter's is just an enters the battlefield thing. So how about Fumiko the Low Blood?
Oh my God.
I've wondered, and it's appropriate coming from Mike.
So
I
for
should put
2
that
red
on screen.
red, legendary human samurai, rare, 3/2, Bushido X, where X is the number of attacking creatures, and here's the important part: creatures your opponents control attack each combat if able. Now they can still attack you, unlike what Carter says, but still, might as well keep everyone rocking and rolling. At the very least, it'll put your opponents off balance by having to attack.
Which it does.
Yep.
A lot.
Yep.
All
And
right.
then you go, damn it,
well,
Mike.
We knew it was going to show up at some point on this list.
What's that?
What?
Fumiko.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
So the one I'm going to go with is Agent of the Fates. It is for 1 and 2 black. It's a human assassin that's a 3/2 with Death Touch and Heroic. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Agent of Fates, each opponent sacrifices a creature.
That's a strange addition, but
Well,
okay.
the thought is if we're in the game of we're gonna make people like creatures are gonna die and all that. Now, granted, it's not attacking, but it does have Death Touch, so it can be made to kill a creature that is attacking. You just have to, supplement it a little bit. But it's the since we're doing the commander has to do with losing life and creatures dying, and probably we're going to be in that vein. The thought was, let's have some way of going ahead and wiping out creatures. And so that's why I decided to go with this particular card. Is I feel like we can be in the game of let's start wiping out some creatures. And I would think that Agent of Fates, where it's each opponent sacrifices a creature. Anytime I'm like, oh, you're attacking, I'm going to give him fire breathing. Or no, that would be, I'm going to, I'm going to cast an instant, or I'm going to cast something on my guy so he can do this. Then their stuff dies, or they have to sacrifice stuff.
All right. Definitely not where anyone else's brain would have gone, but that's why we have Dirk.
That's right.
Okay, who's next?
Okay. That would be you, if you're ready.
Oh. Right. Well, how about another thing that makes lots of things attack and damage and whatnot? The Hell Rider.
Yay.
Hell Rider for 2 red is a 3/3 devil. With haste. And he says whenever a creature you control attacks, Hell Rider deals 1 damage to the player or planeswalker it's attacking. Seems good with when you drop a big Fire Cat Blitz along with a Hell Rider. Yeah. Or with any of these other things that make lots of things attack.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tillanulli Summoner. That's such a weird word. Tillanulli. Tillanulli. Okay then. There's not much to say. It pings things that it pings people when things attack, and this deck has lots of things that attack. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In a similar vein, and this is I think I'm gonna name this next card, and then I'm gonna start to get on another theme. But I've kind of enjoyed this angle, supplementing what we've already done. This is Revenge of Ravens. This is actually from, I think, Throne of Eldraine. But for 3 and a black, it's an enchantment. Whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, that creature's controller loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. So, again, really, no, please, don't attack me. What did we talk about? Who should you be attacking? Mike. That's correct. So, but making it harder for them to attack you, making it more painful for them to attack you. We're not in white or blue, so we don't have Ghostly Prison or Propaganda. So you can attack me. It's gonna hurt, like a lot. This will add up. So, all right. But I feel like I've kind of fleshed out that theme a lot. I've got some other stuff in mind for my next 2 picks at least. If we go that far.
Okay.
Mike?
As I think more about this card, I think it has the potential to really backfire depending on exactly what's going on.
Excellent.
And how much of your opponent's stuff dies versus your stuff. But I thought of Tombstone Stairwell.
Oh, here I thought he was going to name something like the original Rakdos, but okay.
No, that backfires in a completely different way. In a
Hank,
way that's
what does
obvious to everyone with half a brain, which I guess doesn't include me. So Tombstone Stairwell is a world enchantment from way back in Mirage. So for 2 black, it's a world enchantment with cumulative upkeep of 1 and a black. At the beginning of each upkeep, if Tombstone Stairwell is on the battlefield, I guess that's important. Each player. Wait a minute. I think I forgot what this card did. At the beginning of each upkeep, each player creates a 2/2 black zombie creature token with haste named Tombspawn for each creature card in their graveyard. At the beginning of each end step, or when Tombstone Stairwell leaves the battlefield, destroy all tokens created with Tombstone Stairwell. They can't be regenerated.
why
So,
do they have haste?
so the ones you get can attack on your. So whoever's turn it is, the ones they get can attack. So yeah, at the beginning of each upkeep, zombies rise up from the grave for every player, and crazy stuff happens.
Good
And they all
lord.
get destroyed at the end of the turn, only to rise again on the next upkeep.
That's Jesus.
So yeah, the person with the most actual creatures that have died ends up getting the most benefit from Tombstone Stairwell. So just pay attention when you play it.
Jesus.
All right. Is that me?
I think so. It's not me.
Yep.
All right. So my next one is Angrath, the Flame Chained. Trying to make sure I say it correctly. So legendary Planeswalker for 3 black red. And just a quick rundown. +1, each opponent discards a card, you lose 2 life, and loses 2 life. Not you, they do. -3, gain control of target creature until end turn. Untap it, it gains haste until end of turn. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step if it has mana value 3 or less. And plus -8, each opponent loses life equal to the number of cards in their graveyard. Because
Huh.
if we're going to be sacrificing stuff, they're going to be building up a nice little graveyard. Or if stuff's dying, we're going to have a nice little body pile in the graveyard.
I do like body piles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what?
For me, it's the more they sacrifice, the more things that are going to the graveyard. It's just like weeding their life down, and I think the ultimate sort of like cocky salute back would be if what was it? Is it Dragonstorm? What's the one where no one gains life and from that point on?
Sulfuric Vortex.
Sulfuric Vortex. That would just be a fun one to add to it, just to be like, nope, you guys are losing life, and I'm not. But that's not one of my cards. But I just think it would be a funny thing to be like, yep, you keep losing life, and I don't. So, Angrath. That's my choice.
Interesting. I had a card, but it doesn't work.
That's too bad.
Right? Although I was thinking of another card that's very similar to the ones that we've already done, but it doesn't really. That seems kind of pointless to do yet another. Here's a bunch of things attacking.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. See, once again, this is why I hate doing story circles because I have too many things going on.
Well, we've done about 3 rounds. If you think you can come up with
Oh, that
one
is
more
3
card,
rounds.
yeah. Do
Okay.
you want to switch to another one, or do
Yeah,
we want to do one more
I
round?
didn't realize that we had done 3 rounds already. Or should we go ahead and do the Mad Lib, because I'm afraid we're gonna start losing people.
We can do the Mad Lib, and then if we feel up for one more story circle, we could do that. I just want to say honorable mention for this one. I was going to mention any of the Monarch cards in black and red because I thought, okay, a lot of them make you the Monarch when they enter the battlefield or something else, but if you don't mind losing it for 1 or 2 turns, it's another way of encouraging your opponents to attack each other. And if they don't want to attack you, then you remain the monarch and reap the rewards.
Hmm.
So that was gonna be my next one, but I felt like all of my picks were really streamlined this time.
So
yeah.
the one that I
So,
was
yeah.
I was gonna add was lightning coils.
Yeah. Okay.
Because lightning
yeah,
coils is it gets counters when your non-token creature dies, and then if you have 5 or more counters on it, you get that many 3/1 elementals with haste. They're little bitty ball lightnings.
Yeah.
And it then starts over. Because it's not like sacrifice lightning coil. Nope. You just remove the counters, get that many dudes, and then it keeps coming. So it's probably better than the Cat Blitz, but the Cat Blitz was the first card I thought of.
Well, the Cat Blitz allows you to make them just on demand. The lightning coils requires some setup, and you need non-token creatures to get the lightning coils going. So Cat Blitz definitely still serves a purpose. Cats on demand.
Someone in chat said Douthie Voidwalker? If a card would be put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, instead exile it with a void counter on it. And you can tap and sack the Voidwalker to choose an exiled card an opponent owns with a void counter on it. Play it this turn without paying its mana cost.
So, in theory, if a lot of creatures are dying, then you kind of have your pick.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
And not to mention it just shuts down a bunch of other graveyard shenanigans by just that first ability of just exiling them instead.
Yeah. You don't get your dies triggers from this since they're being pushed off to exile instead.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Which nullifies Carter. Stark said one earlier. Carter's Vicious Return. Oh, the joke is it doesn't actually synergize, but it has the commander's name on it.
What's it do?
It's a saga. Chapter 1, you may sacrifice a creature. If you do, the Vicious Return deals 3 damage to a target. Chapter 2, each player discards a card. Chapter 3, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Give it a +1/+1 counter, and it gets haste. Wow, you're right. It doesn't synergize at all. It's just neat.
Yeah.
But it does say Carter on it, so, nailed it. All right, let's do a medley. But Andrew, that was for you specifically because you were like, "Hey, I like story circles," and I was like, "Oh, fine," but because Brian immediately was like,
"It's been a long time since we've done these, so we're really rusty on this."
Brian was immediately like, "Hey, Andrew said he likes story circles. Does that mean we can do stories?" Yes, we can do a damn story circle. And that wasn't so bad because I had that idea for the first one, so I was actually 1 turn ahead the whole time until the end. And then Brian was like, "This is already 3." I went, "Oh, it's already 3."
Like Dirk, I love you, but spent his whole first round trying to remember a card that may or may not actually exist.
It's not actually a real thing.
I swear it exists, and the problem is I would have to dig through someone's rare binder to find it.
Yeah, like that guy over there. Hey, give Dirk your rear binder.
Because that's where it is. I swear I've been through either it was Chewy's or it was Corey's rare binder, and I remember seeing the card, and I just cannot, like, for the life of me, remember
Wow.
what that card is.
You're really taking it back if you're talking about going
Yeah.
to Corey's rare binder.
That's why I was like, it's not recent. Like this is back
No.
like college days back.
Which, as we've established, we old.
We are old.
But that is neither here nor there. Chewy, you have a Mad Lib for us.
I do. So I got another email. This was just yesterday. From Peter, or better known as Level 99 Luck, who said, "Hi, Chewy," because I instructed him send the Mad Libs to just me, so the other dorks won't read them, because otherwise that defeats the purpose.
Mhm.
So he says, "Got inspired to write another Mad Lib for you guys. I'm not gonna read that. Here we go. Thanks for your hard work. Been listening since my undergrad some years ago." Yeah, right. It's been some years for us too, buddy. Really kept me company on those long commutes. Okay, that's about the Mad Lib, blah, 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 blah. All the best and stay healthy. Wow, okay, I didn't realize how much of this was actually about the Mad Lib itself. So, I'm going to so I've copied the text of the Mad Lib into the a notepad file here. I'm going to write them in as we come up with them, and then I will send each dork individually the bit they're supposed to read.
It sounds so much more efficient than printing it out and writing them in by hand, while
Well,
everyone
you
waits on you to spell them
Are
correctly.
insanely old-fashioned with that sort of thing. So,
Oh yeah.
like, I have so many, and I mean so many. I use Notepad++ because you can open tabs. And when you open a new tab, it says new and a number. And that number is based on how many other tabs that you've opened or used. Like, hang on. If I open 2 and then close this one and then open a new one. Okay, yeah, it keeps track. So, like, this Mad Lib is in a new one I just opened, and its title is New 84.
Wow.
Every once in a while, I'll go through them and close tabs I don't need anymore because it's so easy to just open them and leave them there forever. But, like, I've got the good beat 'em ups notes. I've got the Zelda show notes. I've got the beginnings of the Zelda script. I've got the thing we just did. I've got the original version of my beat 'em up rankings. I've got a random list of games to check to see if I have. I've got, the numbers of the RPG episodes that need to be converted into video and put onto YouTube. Like, just anytime I need a note, I just open up Notepad++, open a new tab, and get to writing. And then they're all here. So if I close Notepad++, they all go away. And then they all come back. And it's amazing. Whoops, wrong screen. That's the right screen. All right, so, dorks. And we'll get the chat in on this, too. But first up, dorks. Are you ready?
Yes.
I
Yes.
think so.
Good. I need an enchantment. And I need to move the microphone.
Frog tongue.
Frog tongue. That fits amazing. What? Jesus Christ. Can we get some F's in the chat to go with my F in the chat because I'm an idiot? Frog tongue. Okay. Next up, thanks, Mike. Next up, a plane.
Ikoria.
Ikoria. Oh my god. Okay. what he says here is Magic adjacent franchise. So I think what he means is a non-Magic IP.
Okay.
But has some kind of relationship.
So
Magic.
should I
Not
say...
necessarily, but
Not necessarily.
it'll make more
what
sense
if
when
I
you see
say-
the context.
I'll say Yu-Gi-Oh.
That actually is pretty funny. All right. How about a white or blue sorcery? Also, Dirk, are you muted?
No.
Okay. I'm just double checking so you weren't calling stuff out and I was blatantly ignoring you.
I'm trying not to just talk over everybody, so...
White or blue sorcery?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Peer pressure.
Ah!
Gosh, I don't remember what that is.
Oh, I don't either. Now I gotta look.
Got my rare binder open, that's why I know.
Oh, the choose a creature type, and if you have more creatures of that type, you gain all the others of that type. You get all the others of that type. It's the
what was
big-ass creature
combo
type
with peer
control magic.
pressure? What was the combo with that?
I don't know.
Not plagiarize, maybe?
No, plagiarize is
With
card
one-
drawing, isn't it?
There was one where... I don't know.
Standardize.
Standardized. That's the
Standardized.
one. All right, chat.
Standardized peer pressure.
Give me a white or blue planeswalker. I think planeswalker character, not planeswalker card, if that helps. Venser is what I saw first. Also, hey, Donovan Payne. Venser. Did Venser have a full name,
Yeah.
or was it just Venser?
I think it was just Spencer.
Okay.
And then he died.
Venser Wallace.
Okay, now I need a class. And chat, I need a class from you too. Like creature class. Not like, just Philosophy 102. No.
Mike said Druid.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
I did not hear that.
Al also said Druid.
Al also said Druid. Al, no. Mage. There we go. Okay. Okay, now I need a... Sorry, I need a legendary land. This is for dorks.
Yeah,
Can't remember if this is legendary or if it's just weird.
shoot, what's the name of that one? Dang it.
Which one?
Give me 1 second.
What's it do?
It does a thing. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Thanks. I'm
Is
trying
it
to
the
help.
blackest land you've ever
I
seen?
know. I know you're trying to help, but I really think I'm going to... No, dang it.
Oh,
that's because I still
he's
have the
dirking
old-
it. This is a card that may or may not exist.
Is that going to be the new adjective?
I hope
Dirking
so.
it?
Dirk is a verb now. Oh, you dirked it all up.
Mike, if you've got one, you can go ahead. Because apparently I am searching for one that doesn't exist.
Oh, what do you think it does? I'm curious.
Yeah, now I've got to know.
It was named the Abbey, but that's not pulling anything up. Is there an
No.
Abbey? No? Okay.
Yeah, Ace
Alright.
and Abbey, but it's not legendary.
Westvale
Okay.
Abbey. That's the one that makes clerics and turns into Ormondal. Those are the only two
Well,
abbeys that are lands, though.
Well, which one turns into the hostile?
I don't know. Let's look up. Oh, Hostile is the front.
Alright, is that legendary?
It is not.
Ah, dang it.
Let's go with Inventor's Fair then.
Inventor's Fair?
Mhm.
Adventure's Fair is legendary?
Yep.
Oh.
Legendary land.
I did not realize that.
I didn't either. Let's see. Is there another legendary land? There's not. Sorry, Mike. You were too slow.
Yeah.
All right. So now I need let's see here, an artifact that can be made plural, I guess. Yeah, I'll just make it an artifact. We can add an S to anything.
Worm coil engine.
Yeah, all right. All right, chat. Give me a red planeswalker. Dorks, a card type.
Enchantment.
Mike's turn. I mean,
Ooh, Koth.
Best one.
It really is. That, you know, you don't know how perfect that is until we get everyone to read these. All right, now I need a legendary creature.
The Gitrog monster. Okay.
I get the feeling that Peter mixed up who was saying what here, but this is so much funnier. All right, now
Okay.
we need a land. Hey, Mike, what was your legendary land?
I was gonna say Hammerheim.
Oh, that works. Hammerheim. What's a Hammerheim?
It's one of the legendary lands from Legends.
Oh,
think
the
you
one
can-
that kills Landwalk.
Yeah.
That's a great question mark card. All right, chat. Are you ready? Someone, I guess that isn't Donovan because he's done two already. I need a creature. And Dorks, a green planeswalker.
Does that have to be mono green?
Does
No.
not specify.
Mike, were you gonna say something?
I was probably just gonna say Nissa.
Yeah.
I guess I have to pick a Nissa, right? Or do I?
Al said Squire. No, I just need a name.
Okay.
Nissa. All right. Quick, give us a color.
Black.
Excellent. And now, what the hell? What? Oh, there's a line split. Oh my god, I thought I was losing my mind. It's just a long enough tag to where it goes down to the next line and my brain just refused to parse it. Probably because my stupid microphone's in the way. Okay, so chat, give me an equipment. Dorks, what the hell? I need a legendary creature with mana value 4 or less. Oh, and one with mana value 5 or less. Oh,
So
we got
a
Skull
legendary
Clamp.
creature. A legendary creature with mana value 4 or less, and then one with value
5
5
or
or
less.
less.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the small one, Brimaz, King of Ereskos.
Okay. Hey, Dark.
Sorry.
what's the
Anyway,
mana
that's
cost on Fumiko?
4.
That is technically 5 or less.
All right.
We gotta get Fumiko in this somehow.
Right? Oh, okay. Okay, all right, I'm good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So give me an ability keyword. Chat, give me a different female legendary creature.
First strike.
Okay, first stirk. What? Strike. There we go. Vile Smasher? Is Vile Smasher female? I don't even remember what Vile
think so.
Smasher looks like.
Yeah.
She's a goblin, right?
That's literally all I remembered. Okay, this is You know what? This is perfect. I'm using that. Vile Smasher. All right, now we need a black Planeswalker.
Oh, the dude with the contracts.
Oh.
Don. It's D something.
Contract.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Has this person appeared on a card yet, or was it
Yes,
just
but a
story?
digital only card because he makes stuff like perpetual.
Oh.
I don't remember his name.
And he got a dedicated book and he was the man. So I'm gonna find this guy. And then I'm gonna Davrio. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you, chat. Thank you, Donovan. Yes. Davrio.
Davriel. Okay. Interesting. Okay, 3 more. Chat. Give me a, let's see, what's a good one for chat? A green enchantment. Dorks, give me a red enchantment.
Risky move.
Well, there you go.
Oh my god, that fits so well. Risky move, okay? Greater good. And finally, I need a creature type.
Dinosaur?
Okay, wait, I heard 2 at once. What?
Never mind. Mine was
I said dinosaur. He said shaman. Pretty
Yeah.
sure mine eats his, so.
Yeah. For dinner.
Okay. So, this is going to be fun. Okay, I have to figure out how to message each dork individually because it's been so long since I did that. There,
You can do it.
that.
I
Okay,
believe in you.
There's Mike. Here's Brian.
I got one.
Test. I'm just doing this so they're all up at the top. Message. Test. Okay. Excellent. So, let's go back to Peter's email, if I can find it. He says, got inspired to write another Mad Lib for you guys based on your recent milestone.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really funny that Dirk and Mike both replied exactly the same way, unknown to each other. Like you both said, here.
You sent test.
Yeah, I just wanted it there so I could find it, but, you know,
I didn't
wasn't
think I
actually,
needed
maybe
to
that was the wrong
respond,
word to send.
So I didn't say anything.
No, well, I don't need you to say anything, so you're good. All right, so here we go. This is a Mad Lib about our recent 14-year milestone. 15? 14.
14.
Yeah.
15 is next year. That's
Right.
how math works.
I can't math. I've got something in my freaking eye. I'm going to try to read this anyway. Okay, here we go. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Mana Pool. But it's not just another Frog Tongue episode of the Mana Pool. It's our 15th anniversary doing the podcast. Instead of reviewing the latest set, Ikoria with a Vengeance, or the Yu-Gi-Oh! Secret Lair, I thought we could peer pressure this milestone, just chatting about where the dorks were 15 years ago.
I think I see what's happening here.
So this one is yours.
Okay. So I just read this in one block, right? Like we're not switching off like every
Right,
other
yeah,
line or anything?
that's your chunk.
Okay. Hey, I'm Venser, Tangent Master and Lead Druid. And 15 years ago, I was merely an assistant mage.
Wow.
That was back when I worked at the Inventors Fair, as you guys may remember. Great times. I spent many a long day lugging around heavy worm coil engines from morning to night, and somehow I still managed to be a regular host. Whew. I need to apply for workers' comp. Worm coil engines are not light. But that's the end of my section.
Okay, go.
Oh, Cough of the Hammer here, the rules guy and enchantment guy. 15 years ago, I was seeing my then significant other at the time, Gitrog Monster, who is now my spouse. Back then, we were talking about moving to Hammerheim, and luckily for us, we got to move up those plans from my winnings betting on squires.
Wow.
Those squires, man. That's where all the money comes in.
All right. So, guess I'll go next. I'm Nissa, the self-proclaimed blackest person alive and moral skull clamp of the group. And 15 years ago, I had 2 kids, Brymax,
Grimhoff.
King of Oreskos, and Fubiko the Lowblood. You guys remember when we said they were 3/3s with first strike? Now those 2 have another sibling, the little Vile Smasher. This is such a blessing that they all get along together.
Oh, little vial smasher.
Oh, little Vile Smasher.
I remember when you brought her home and she smashed my vials.
I do just want to make it clear there is nothing moral about Skull Clamp.
Oh, you remember Mike sweating to the Gitrog Monster? Oh.
I think he's going to get in trouble if he, repeats that. Was that the end of the Mad Lib?
No.
Okay.
Huh. And now we're back to me, Davriel, the lead dork. Thanks for sharing, everybody. It's been a great 15 years. This was a great risky move down memory lane.
For some of us more than others.
To all of our faithful pooligans, the dorks. Wait. No, to all of our faithful I said pooligan because that's the word he replaced. To all of our faithful dinosaurs, the dorks and I would like to thank you all from the bottom of our greater goods. Is that a euphemism? I got some greater goods for you. So, yeah. That was fun. Brian started off as an assistant mage, now he's the lead druid.
That's true. You just got to keep working yourself up at the ladder at the Inventors Fair. But man, have you ever tried to lift a worm coil engine? Because I don't think that would be very easy to do.
Gotta have a back brace.
Yeah.
That was a risky move down memory lane. Oh, all right. That was fun.
Yes. And Mike, you are never allowed to call your wife the Gitrog Monster.
I
no.
did not plan on it.
But I might have to bring it up next time I see Ashley. Oh, so you're the Gitrog Monster. Excuse me. The giant, terrifying frog. I'm sorry, what? And then after I get some meat and get it on my eye, we'll explain the joke. Because Ashley punched me in the face is the joke.
Yes, we figured. That was fun.
Yeah. Thank you, Peter, for the new Mad Lib. That was awesome. Yay.
Yeah.
Oh crap, where'd the other email go? There it is. Okay. Never find these damn things. So, should we probably look at the Kamigawa stuff, or you want to just leave that till later and do the another story circle?
I mean, I felt like the first story circle worked pretty well. I'm happy to do another one, and we can literally come back to this Kamigawa stuff at any point. It comes out in February, but I will defer to the group at large.
Yeah, and previews don't, like, full previews, I think, don't start until the end of January. So it's really just the pre-Christmas taste that they're giving us.
Do another story circle.
Mike?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I mean, is that what you
Okay.
were going to say, or were you...
Air pressure.
I hadn't really decided yet.
No, fair enough. Oh, look, here's Lathril. He's on my screen. When I did a search in black and red for the word attacking. Lathril Soul Broker. He's right here. And now I feel dumb.
That is rather dapper.
All right, so now I need a D6 because now there are only 6.
Hey, and then
And I
you
have
can
hiccups?
ignore the 8.
Here is... Yeah, I will definitely ignore the 8 if I get it. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why do I have... Oh, Angrath is in a separate... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, okay. And rolling, it is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one might also not be great, but I just sort of threw it in there.
Dang it, Chewy.
Do what?
I said dang
wow.
it, Chewy.
Last one worked out.
You
So
bet at this game.
I really am. Where are you guys? I gotta find you guys. No, not just Brian. All of you guys. There we go. Does this do anything for story circle purposes, or should I roll again?
Sure. I mean, it's up to you, but I'm fine to just to go with this. Or do you want to roll again and see the other one that you get?
Yeah. Okay. Let's roll again, just in case. If I roll a 5 again, we'll just stick with it. Huh! I rolled a 4 this time. Oh, that's just mean. What is wrong with me? Did I mean to open this one? It's Liesa, Forgotten Archangel.
In chat.
Oh, is that the black and white one?
Yeah. This I think I might have misclicked on this one because this is just brutal. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, it bounces to your hand at the next end step. But if a creature an opponent controls will die, it just exiles.
Yeah, I wonder if that was a misclick. Just because, I mean, it's fine. I play with her in Standard on Arena, and she is like, whew. But, gee, what do we do with this?
Yeah, black and white creatures with enters the battlefield effects, and your opponents hate you.
Yeah. Roll
Okay.
again.
Roll again. So apparently one was a misclick, and the other one was not great. Okay, it's a 1. What is this? Yeah, okay, fine. I think this is okay. So the other one, by the way, was Shadrach's Silver Quill, who is fine, but there's nothing there to latch onto for a story circle.
Yeah. I feel like theme-wise, for what you could take from, try to build a theme around it, I feel like Brian's already done that with the Fates. What are they called?
The Triad of Fates?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's the one that says, at the beginning of combat on your turn, choose 2, or you may choose 2, but each mode must target a different player. and it's somebody gets a 2/1 flyer. Someone draws a card and loses a life, and someone puts a +1/+1 counter on each creature they control. And like I said, that's fine and all, but there's no meat there. So what do you guys think of the other one? Beledros? 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 How the hell do you say that?
Belladros. That's what I would say.
Beledros Witherbloom.
Sure.
Fine.
Okay. So Beledros Witherbloom for 5, a black and a green, is a 4/4 flying elder dragon. It says the beginning of each upkeep, you create a 1/1 black and green pest. With when this creature dies, you gain 1 life, and you can pay 10 life to untap all lands you control, but you can only do that once each turn. So okay. What do we have?
I think I have an idea, and I just want to double check that this is a thing that exists. So don't. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. This feels oddly similar to the last one we did.
Maybe a little bit.
Oh, I got one.
Okay.
Okay, hang on. This is Beledros Witherbloom. Okay, me. Are we gonna do the same order as before? So intro order, Brian, Mike, Dirk.
Sure.
All right. So mine is gonna be Massacre Girl.
Okay. I remember the name. I don't remember what she does.
She's loved by me. That's what she does. Massacre Girl for 3 black is a 4/4 human assassin with menace. Not that that matters. And when Massacre Girl enters the battlefield, each other creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. And whenever a creature dies this turn, each creature other than Massacre Girl gets -1/-1 until end of turn. So she sparks a massacre. And since I have a bunch of pests that give me life, yeah. And they'll all die, which means she's a board wipe, essentially. And she's my boo. And I have hit the mute button. No, I haven't.
No. We're
Everyone's
hearing
just
you.
quiet.
Letting you talk.
Okay, I'm done talking.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So here's one that I kind of like. Yeah. Let's do. If we're gonna do this, let's do this.
Uh-oh.
All right. So this card is Arguel's Bloodfast. So for 1 and a black,
Ah!
it's a legendary enchantment. At any time, you can pay 1 and a black and 2 life to draw a card. So fits into the whole paying life to do neat stuff. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 5 or less life, if you really get there, you may transform Arguel's Bloodfast. Turns into the Temple of
Aclazotz?
Aclazotz. Yeah. It's a legendary land. You can tap it for a black mana, or you can tap it and sacrifice a creature. You gain life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness, which, if it's sufficiently big enough with your commander out, you can then pay 10 life and untap all of your lands, including the temple. So, shenanigans. But And I almost mentioned, I think it's Diamond Valley, which is just the straight up temple, but without the black mana. But I'm like, you know what? If we play the Blood Fast, then even if we don't get down to that 5 life, because that's super risky, uh, one in a black and 2 life to draw a card feels pretty good, especially in Commander. But I find it hilarious that we might actually get to that second clause depending on what we want to do with this deck. So there you go.
Interesting.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mike?
I'm really not sure how to approach this. So you're getting all these
Yeah, me too.
tokens. You can untap all your lands.
Creature type of pest. Is it just pest?
Yeah, they're pests. Yeah, they're not insects or anything.
Okay.
You're a pest.
I feel like I'm missing something obvious.
Ooh, like what?
Like something in green that really benefits from having all these token creatures.
I mean, there's a couple ways to do that.
I keep finding the same freaking cards that I was searching for the last story circle, which is accidental.
I think if you did a bunch of other uh, silly stuff around token creatures and things, then you might be able to get Dross Harvester to do something interesting. So Dross Harvester is it's a horror for 1 black. It's a 4/4 with protection from white. It's a rare from Mirrodin. At the end of your turn, you lose 4 life. But whenever a creature dies, you gain 2 life.
Nice. Excuse me.
For mine, I'm going to go with the utility creature.
Uh-oh.
This one works real well with it. Golgari Guildmage.
Okay.
So for 2 black-green hybrid, it's a 2/2 elf shaman. For 4 and a black, sacrifice a creature, like a token. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So you sacrifice a token, gain a life, and get a creature back to your hand. Or you can just do 4 and green, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. You can always do that, but I think the black ability plays real well into Witherbloom.
Yeah, because we're going to have creatures to spare.
And every time they die, you gain a life, so it's not like, no, I have to hoard these guys, or else, I'll, I'm going to lose the game and everything. No. You can sacrifice these guys and be, getting stuff back and playing it.
All right, I've got another sort of miniature board wipe and life gain thing.
Okay.
Death Frenzy.
Death Frenzy. That's a name. I don't even know what that applies to. But wow, that's a name.
Yeah, it's from Sultai, so that's Cons of Tarkir. Hang on. There we go. So, Death Frenzy for 3, a black and a green, is a sorcery that says all creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. Whenever a creature dies this turn, you gain 1 life. Mwahaha. That sounds like
Nice.
fun.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got one here, and we haven't done a whole lot of elves, but we are in green. So I think this could actually work pretty well. So check this out. This is Lathril, Blade of the Elves, Lathril. This is from Kaldheim, but it's from Kaldheim Commander. So you had to buy the Commander deck to get it, which I have feelings about that, but whatever. I think it would actually work pretty well here. So 2, a black and a green for a 2/3 Elf Noble with Menace. Whenever Lathril, Blade of the Elves deals combat damage to a player, that deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green elf warrior creature tokens. So in theory, you deal 2, and boom, you get 2 1/1 elves. Has another ability, tap her, and tap 10 untapped elves you control. Each opponent loses 10 life, and you gain 10 life. So, in the colors we're in, if you're attacking with this, maybe if you have a way to get it bigger, especially, it's got built-in menace, but if you make it bigger, boom, more elves. And then you get enough elves, 10 life, which actually synergizes really well the commander. In that, you're paying 10 life to untap your lands.
Yeah.
I guess there might be some like infinite shenanigans if you find a way to turn your elves into lands or vice versa, but eh, just thought this seemed pretty neat. And
Nice.
I don't remember ever seeing this card before, but I think it's because it's a commander set only thing.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
What you got, Mike?
Okay. Um, I'm gonna say. Yes, something that ties into creature stuff and the land stuff, and is a budget version of a different card I could have said. So I'll say Growing Rights of Itlamok. It's a legendary enchantment from Ixalan for 2 and a green. It's rare. When Growing Rights of Itlamok enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand, put the rest at the bottom in any order. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 or more creatures, transform Growing Rights of Itlamok, and it transforms into a legendary land called Itlamok Cradle of the Sun. And you can either tap it for 1 green, or tap it for a green for each creature you control.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it transforms into basically a Gaia's Cradle that's not hundreds upon hundreds of dollars.
And also taps for a green after a board wipe.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, since we are making tokens and everything, what if we could get one more?
Are you gonna say what I think you're gonna say?
If you're thinking I'm going to say Doubling Season. You are correct, Brian. So, Doubling Season, 4 and a green. If an effect would create 1 or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many. So instead of just getting 1, why don't we just have 2?
It does more too.
Yeah,
Well, it does
yeah.
that.
I mean,
Yeah, and the other part says, if an effect would put 1 or more counters on a permanent you control, you put twice that many on those counters on that permanent instead.
yes.
But seeing as we have been doing a lot of, we're going to be gaining some life and doing all that, it's not really the life, it's the count, it's the creature, it's the little it's not inkling, it's the pests. It's the pests that we're making.
Yeah.
Let's have some extra pests.
Now, if you guys really want to get bummed out, look how much Doubling Season is going for these days.
I don't think I want to.
You
no.
do not. I assure you.
Although maybe I really shouldn't be disappointed since I have a couple in my collection, so I guess if I ever need to pay for Sam's college.
Yeah, might be a lot more valuable in the future, right?
They've even reprinted it a couple times. It's ridiculous. Oh, it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Whoops. All right. Death Frenzy. No, I already did that. So, we've got lots of things that make... Well, we've got some number of things that make tokens. We've got lots of ways to kill tokens and kill creatures and whatnot. But what if we want to put our massive horde of creatures to a better use?
Okay.
So, how about a Crater Hoof Behemoth?
That would be one way to do that, yes.
There you go.
Yeah, Crater Hoof Behemoth for 5 and 3 green is a 5/5 beast with haste. When it enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain trample and get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. Wow, this thing is also going for a lot. What the hell? I guess because it's busted. And it's actually used in various tournaments, I think, still, maybe. Tournament formats.
Yeah.
Also, and it's super popular in Commander, so.
Also that. I completely forgot that Scryfall that I'm using here actually shows you what things are going for. Yeah, the doubling seasons are all like $70 to $100. Buh. So yay, Crater Hoof. It's a big thing that makes all of your things big things. Big things. Big things.
Yeah. So for my next entry, which I guess if we're doing 3 rounds, kind of where I leave this. So we've got some kind of expensive effects, like Crater Hoof Behemoth, like the commander itself. Want to have things to do in the meantime, as well as things to do once the commander's out. So this is a triple black card, so it might be pushing it a bit, but we're only in 2 colors, so I think it's probably good. So this is Ayara, first of Lathril. This is for 3 black, it's a legendary elf noble. She is a 2/3. And whenever Araya, first of Lathril, or another black creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Pests are green and black, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, get a pest, drain everybody. And she has another ability, tap her and sacrifice another black creature to draw a card. So a way to put those little pests to use before you're ready to play a Crater Hoof Behemoth and destroy everybody. Gain some of the life back that you might be losing if you're untapping to ramp your mana. and in the early game, sack some little dudes to keep drawing cards, and doesn't is relevant early, mid, and late game. Ayara, everybody, doing the work.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Thank you. If we're going to 10, then that's where I'm at. So we're going to 10. Sorry, this commander has me thinking in tens. If we're going to 3 rounds, then
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, so I'm going to add another card to spend all the mana on that you get from tapping your stuff. And it also makes more creature tokens. I'm going to add Gelatinous Genesis. So that's a sorcery. It was rare in Rise of the Eldrazi, but it was uncommon in Double Masters. That's interesting. So it costs XX and a green. And you create XX green ooze creature token.
that's a lot of X's.
Yes.
Oh, so it's triple X.
Yes.
Children, hide your eyes.
All right. Well, for my third card, we talked at one point many moons ago about alternate win conditions. And with us gaining as much life as we are and everything, what if we get stuck in a game where we're just like, oh my gosh, nobody is going anywhere and it's just, well, with what we've got going on, you could always biorhythm.
That is not legal in Commander.
It's not?
No,
it's not.
for lots of reasons.
Like this reason?
Yes.
Probably.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess I won't be doing biorhythm then now, will I?
No.
No, you won't.
Yeah, that's one of those cards where it's kind of it's banned for the experience it creates. It's like, oh, you know that whole game we've been playing? Yeah, only none of that matters. All that matters now is that I have more creatures. You
Yeah.
lose. You know?
This was fun.
Not like back in the day when I used to use it, as the payoff for the central theme of the deck,
Mm-hmm.
which was also still kind of dirty.
I mean, really, there's a couple ways to use it, quote unquote, fairly, but even those ways, this is what the card does. So it kills people.
Dirk was like,
Do you have something
damn, I
else?
thought this was easy. I thought I was done. Just
Did
when
you
I think
already
I'm
do the
done,
goal?
they suck me back in.
Did you already do the gold collar harvest? Was that one person's?
No,
No.
That's
nobody
not
did Ghoul Collar Harvest.
All right. Gold collars harvest is a black green. It's a rare sorcery, and create X 2/2 black zombie creature tokens with Decayed, where X is half the number of creature cards in your graveyard rounded up, and it has flashback of 3 black green.
Yeah, I assume we're gonna this, as always, is just a skeleton of a deck. But I assume we're gonna have other creatures that will die.
Yeah.
The thing is that there's tokens going around. Why not make more?
Yeah. You know something else that might work in this deck? Tombstone Stairwell.
Yes, it might.
And Donovan Bain asks, is there any pest tribal support? And sadly, there is not. I actually did a search for pest. And there's there's a pile of things that make pests, but nothing that cares about pests. Other than Blex, the vexing pest, that gives your other pests, bats, insects, snakes, and spiders +1/+1. But that's it. Everything else, as far as I could tell, either has the word pest in it, like pestilence or pestilent soul eater, or Thrasta Tempest's roar. But nothing else cares about. Everybody okay?
Yeah, sorry, I accidentally bumped my microphone.
Oh, okay.
Scratching my face.
Nobody else actually cares about pests, which is sad because how could you not care about pests? There's like an entire industry devoted to dealing with pests in the real world.
Yes, but that's not like, hey, board your pests here. We'll make sure to give them all the love and comfort they could ever want. It's actually dedicated to the genocide of pests. So,
And I guess since Massacre Girl exists, there's really no need for an industry. Oh man, Massacre Worm would be good too.
Lord of the Pit too.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, any number of those things that make you sacrifice things would work. Yeah, because you've probably got plenty of tokens, what with all the token nonsense and the commander itself. Although the commander does cost 7, so
it costs 7 asterisk. You have to pay 7. You have to get to 7 to get her out. But then she's technically free. As you have 10
Only if
left.
you're doing it the long way.
but so probably not the best option. But like I looked at card, we talked about this a while back when we said this is why we don't do story circles all that often anymore. And it was because so many of the legendary creatures are either way too narrow or way too open, and there's no like hook, like the silver quill thing, where it's just it does 3 things that are neat, but like there's not really any deck building there.
Yeah.
Like for the purposes of this exercise. Like the others that I came up with were Aura, the Skyclave Hierophant, but that's just clerics. That's when this or another cleric you control dies, you return another cleric with lesser converted mana cost from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's not a good one either. I shouldn't have clicked that. And I think Huffrey Ghost Forge was probably the best one. But we didn't roll that one. That's the one buffs your spirits, and whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you exile it. If you do, you get a token that's a spirit version of it. And when the spirit leaves the battlefield, the exiled card goes to your graveyard. So it's not actually that good.
But it's interesting.
It is, but like in my brain, one of those steps wasn't that. Excuse me. I guess it does get you 2 uses of all your creatures before they die.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So that was probably, like I said, the best choice, but we didn't roll that one. Also, there was another one that I used as my search window. The guy who turns into the big ass Kraken horror thing.
Yes. Yeah, the blue and black vampire that turns into the guy.
But I can't remember his name.
Runo Stromkirk.
That's the one. But even mainly because of the no. Mainly because it was Crothus, Lord of the Deep. It really is really all, honestly.
Mm.
So, but yeah, legendary creature. There's so many too. In standard right now, look at this. In standard right now, there are 135 legendary cards, most of which are creatures. 135. Like, here's a legendary artifact. I don't I don't think there are any legendary lands because they would be here
But
at the
even
end.
even the artifact, if it's Cody, is still a creature.
What?
The
I
the little
mean,
walking one.
technically, but you can't use it as your commander.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not?
It's a legendary creature. Why wouldn't you be
Oh
able to
god,
use
it
it
is
as
a creature.
Yeah.
My brain stopped at
Yeah.
artifact and the frame. Oh wow. So are there any legendary things that aren't creatures?
Uh Planeswalkers are technically legendary.
Yeah. I remember I looked it up earlier in like the Book of Exalted Deeds. That's
Oh
not
no,
like
I'm
a
an idiot.
legendary.
I was remembering the uh the gatherer search earlier that I got to work that was legendary everything. This is just legendary creatures. So yeah, there are 135 legendary creatures in standard right now, and that's insane. That's just in standard. That's not any of the commander cards or anything. It's just in standard. And what? Like that's insane. But Wizards is like, oh, Commander is where we make lots of money. Let's print a billion different legendary creatures. And so they do. And so many of them are, as Stark said so long ago that I will never forget, variations on whenever you draw a card, draw a card. And yeah. But anyway, I guess we should stop now because it's late o'clock and I'm surprised that we haven't lost Dirk already.
Amen.
Wait, are you still. Is school out yet?
Nope.
Oh, God. Yeah, okay. Final thoughts then. Let's get out of here.
Final thought for me. Um, I'm looking forward to the holiday season. I'm looking forward to a chance to recharge my batteries, like my mental batteries and emotional batteries, and it's been a very tiresome and draining year so far. I'm hoping for um, hoping just to get back in the spirit of things. And with that, I am going to bid everyone a wonderful night.
Yeah. Good night, Zerk.
Well, I will probably be following close to behind him. Although, not really because I don't live in the same house as him, but just in terms of logging off. But um I received a call earlier with some stuff I need to do. So, but I am also looking forward to a bit of a break, except for some emergency hearings. Generally, the courts are closed down for the last 2 weeks of the year. So I just need to make it through tomorrow without any craziness going on. And I've got stuff going on in January that I can't ignore, but I can give myself a little bit of space, a little bit of peace and calm, and I am very much looking forward to that. So I hope that everyone out there is continuing to stay safe and healthy to the best of your ability. This stuff just won't go away, especially with, well, anyway. I hope everybody out there stays safe and healthy. And if we don't do anything in the next couple weeks, then everybody have a Happy New Year, and I guess we'll see you for Neon previews. Yeah,
I'm sure
because
we'll
those
see
will
you
come
before
out
that.
probably. Were we doing anything next week? I think. Well,
I mean, 2 days before Christmas, probably not.
probably not. That's kind of what I thought. So,
Yeah.
but I'm tired, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
go
were,
to.
because we
I'm
actually
gonna.
talked about that earlier, and I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you chimed in.
Yeah. Uh, I'm gonna tell everybody good night, and I'm going to get some work done, and then go to Betty Bye. So, good night, everybody.
Maybe. Mike.
Um, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to being able to take a little break. Um, just help me get back on track, energy wise, mentally, basically the same stuff they were saying. Um, yeah, I am. I'm definitely interested. The next time we get back together, we can look a little more at this Neon Dynasty stuff. Because I wouldn't be surprised if there was another, one or two things
Like,
here
there's
and there that
always
the
a scheduled
previous,
Christmas Day update
Oh, that's right. That's right.
where they're going to drop something big on us, and everyone's going to be like, oh my God!
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forgot about that. Do they also do one on New Year's Day?
I don't know. I just know there's always something new from Magic while I'm hanging out with the parents on
Mm-hmm.
Christmas.
Okay, yeah, so that'll be cool. Um, yeah, that's all I have. I've also been just kind of worn down by stuff going on lately, trying to get things finished before a bunch of people are out of the office for a while, including me. Um, oh man, I kind of wish we had talked at least a little bit about um, on dang, what's it called? The new onset.
Oh,
Uh,
is it
Not
Unfinity?
unlimited. Unfinity, that's it.
How did
Yeah,
I
because
know that and you didn't?
I don't know. Because like, did you see the orbital basic lands?
I know I saw the unset lands, but unset lands are always gorgeous, so they
I
didn't
know,
even
but
register for me.
yeah, but like these were just those were it's especially amazing to me. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna go through the effort of trying to go get some because who knows how much I'll be be playing Magic ever again or how soon it'll be. But anyway, yeah, we'll come back to that if something interesting happens.
Yeah. Yeah. I already don't like silver bordered sets, and the fact that these aren't gonna be silver bordered and they're gonna be cards that are like eternal format legal sprinkled in because money just puts me off of the set even further. So yeah, I've after that little revelation, I was like, oh, and I
Well, I
stopped.
mean, they're recognizing the fact that there are cards that they put in these sets that could actually work in the game just fine. The concept might be a little too silly, but mechanically they're perfectly okay. So they're recognizing the fact that they've done that in the past, and they don't have to make every single card in the set unworkable in regular Magic. So, and I know people the people who like this stuff really like it, and they would be like to be able to play it. So you might as well throw them a bone and give them let them play with the whatever you want to quote unquote real Magic cards and real Magic games.
Eh.
I get it.
Like, I know I get where you're coming from, but where I'm coming from is Wizards went, we should put cards in here that non-silver bordered people will have to have, so we sell more. Which,
Yeah.
looking at the way Wizards works these days, which of our two perspectives is more accurate?
Yeah, I'm not going to shut you down and say that it's impossible that there's going to be, a true name Nemesis equivalent in Unfinished. It's possible.
Sorry, reflex.
Something like that might happen. Whether they would do something like that on purpose, I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway. So, I guess it's up to me. But before I do the final thought thing, let me read off the Mythic Lifeguards. Because over on patreon.com/themanapool, you can get all the stuff and help support the Mana Pool as the media juggernaut? ? That it is. So thank you to... where's the tab? Did I close the tab? Oh, it's on this Chrome window. Whoops. Okay, hang on. Here we go. I have two open, one to be broadcast and one over here to search on, I'll be okay. So, let me thank Violet Moon, Timu Hellasaryu, Stan, Scuzzo, PJ McMullen, Gothic Man, Mr. Dr. Lewis, Beardy Man, Kim Ho, Casey, John Parker, Jason Kaus, Jason Doan, Jake Jansons, Connor Kennedy, Cody Buckowing, Andrew Hunt, ALK Alters, Al, and the Beast Father, Aaron Goodwine. So as for my final thought, what have I been doing lately? Oh man, we started playing golf with your friends on stream with the community on Saturdays. So 2 weeks ago it was me, and Gothic, and Stark, and hang on. 2 weeks ago, yeah, it was me and Gothic and Stark and JT Huffy, I want to say. That sounds awful that I'm already forgetting this, but like last week there were, I think, a total of 6 people that played. So it's me and Infinius, because Gothic fell asleep. And then Gothic showed up, so it's me and Infinius and Gothic. And then... my name is 14, and JT Huffy, and Dementor. Sorry, Dementor showed up, so there were 4 of us. And then Gothic left as 14, and JT Huffy showed up. So there were 5 of us. And technically there were 6 because Mrs. 14 was also listening and we could hear her, but she wasn't playing because they were sharing earbuds. And she was right there. So, she was part of the conversation too. And we just had a blast because golf with your friends is so much like simple, stupid fun that it's just awesome to play. And the more people you get, the funnier it gets. Especially once you turn on Collision. So, yeah. Gonna see if we can keep having community games going. Because we don't need as many people as we did with, like, Among Us. It'll be easier to just get... because as long as there's 2 of us, we don't care. We can play. But once you get in, 3, 4, 5, or more, I assume, it just gets hilarious. And we had so much fun. So yeah, if you have golf with your friends on PC, you feel free to jump in with us. You can play, join the Discord, get on the call, you get the voice server for golf, And yeah, it's a blast. And if you don't have it, you can get it using the Manapool's Humble link. Go to humblebundle.com/store. Or use the link, which will take you to the Humble Bundle store, and anything you buy from that link directly helps us, or me specifically. So yay! That link is down in the show notes everywhere. It's in the YouTube video notes. It's in the Twitch. What are those called? Panels? Yeah, it's everywhere. So if you buy games on PC, consider buying them from Humble using our link. Because it really directly, like, some small percentage of what you buy goes directly into an account, and once the account hits whatever the minimum amount is, they send it to me, and they're like, here, have some money. And I'm like, oh, hey, money. Thank you. I can use this in exchange for goods and services. And let's see what else. Oh, dude, I've been playing a lot of Dead Cells lately. I beat a run on Very Hard, which is 2 boss cells.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I got the 3rd boss cell. And there was a small mystery, Mike.
What's that?
Well, okay, so there's an achievement that says finish the game with 2 boss cells active. And 7.8% of players have this achievement, right?
Okay.
But then there's another achievement that says absorb your 3rd boss cell. Now, you get a 3rd boss cell by beating the game with 2 boss cells active, right?
Right.
So in theory, those should have the same percentage, right?
I guess.
Because, like, doing one gets you the other. So 7.8% of players beat the game with 2 boss stem cells, but 12.3% of players have absorbed a 3rd boss cell. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Because you get one by doing the other. So I went on a search and I found out that in the update that introduced boss cells, you actually got them from you could get multiple boss cells on one run by beating bosses.
Okay.
So, like, usually when you beat the game with whatever number of stem cells you have, you get X+1. So if you have no boss cells and you beat the game, you get your first boss cell. And then when you beat the game with the first boss cell active, you get the second one.
Okay.
But when they originally threw it in, beating a boss gave you a boss cell. So more people have the 3rd boss cell than have beaten it with 2. And yeah. But I was like, is there some other way to get these? I don't understand. This doesn't make sense. But that's because in a modern game where there are, patches that add new things and then things get refined. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes things don't work the same way anymore. Mm-hmm.
So I solved that mystery, but anyway, I just thought I would share that because I happened to see it in the Discord a minute ago, and I went, what? But okay. So yeah, I beat the 2nd boss cell run, which was brutal. The next level is called Expert, and I don't even, Mike. I don't even. So on one boss cell, at the end of every level, there's a thing that refills your health and all of your flasks, which your flask gives you a large chunk of health back, and you get some number of uses of it depending on your upgrades thus far, right?
Right.
And it would refill all of your uses of that and your health in the interim area between each level. So you were just like, all right, doesn't matter how many I use, I'm good. With one boss cell, some of those are full refills, and some of them are just refill 1 flask use. Like you don't even get health. It just adds 1 use to your flask. On 2 boss cells, all of them are single flask refills. Which took some doing to work around. And on Expert with 3 cells, some of them are flask refills. The others are nothing. which makes me go, how do I do this? So, yeah, not sure if want. But anyway, that's just terrifying to think about, and now I'm thinking about it, therefore am terrified. But yeah, also I've been working on the Zelda video script. We got the animation, the mostly final version of the intro animation that I commissioned right before the show started. In fact, I sent it to the dorks. So I was like, oh my god, look at this. And it looks awesome. It's in, if you're a patron at the $5 level or more, it's in the Discord where you can see it in the Lifeguard Stuff channel. So that's pretty cool. And anything else? I need to get back to playing more beat 'em ups for the beat 'em up video.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been distracted with Dead Cells lately because it's so good. It's not like Hades level good, because Hades is by far the best roguelike I've ever played in the history of ever.
Oh, okay.
Ever. But it's the roguelike I was playing before Hades, ripped me away from it. And I fell into Hades for a very, very, very long time. But I don't know if I hit my limit on Hades of difficulty editions, or if I just had played it so much that I burned out a little bit, because I was playing it a lot. So, yeah, I'm sure I'll hit that wall with Dead Cells at some point, possibly on expert mode, and move on to the next one. But okay then, so as always, we appreciate everyone coming to hang out for the live show, and all of you listening later or watching later or whatever later. And thank you so much to Andrew and Peter for the emails that inspired this episode. Yay! And yeah, so with that, we'll be done. This has been the Mana Pool number 640. Since we're not going to do another episode next week, for all of you that do the Christmas thing, Merry Christmas. And for all of you that don't, happy Saturnalia. That starts tomorrow, as of this recording. Happy solstice. Hanukkah's already over, but happy belated Hanukkah. I don't know when other things are. I had to look up Saturnalia earlier for some reason. Oh, because Gothic was going to a holiday party, and I said, "What holiday?" He said, "Yeah." And I was like, okay, let's figure out which random winter holiday you can wish people a happy one of that isn't, it's so bizarre that it's not, non-inclusive. And I came up with Saturnalia.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you. Like, I was like, I think that's a winter thing. And I looked it up, and yes, it is. Starts tomorrow. But anyway, right, we're going to go now. So, this has been episode 640 of the Mana Pool. Thank you all so very much for joining us on this risky move down memory lane.